day before the day. I'm heading down towards Kenai tomorrow to send some bait bullets into orbit. I got to make about 12 bullets here before I go down there, so I figured I'd show you what I'm doing. The hooligan are starting to come in. Behind the hooligan, follow the halibut and everything else. My buddy Chai hooked me up with a couple of his rigs. Just gonna run by it real quick here. We got a circle hook, we got about 3 inches, followed by a sinking bobber, followed by another, I would say 30 inches of leader. The whole idea behind this is when this fish is floating, halibut are predatory, opportunistic fish. So if this is the bottom of the ocean, they'll be cruising around down here. This bobber is going to bring this fish up. They'll see that fish with their 2 eyes that obviously face up. When they see this fish floating because of the bobber, wham! They will then hopefully take that. We'll be having fish tacos. He gave me the option with a yellow. He gave me an option with an orange. So there we go. Super simple. And then we got our canisters. Canisters are just some tape, followed by some Gorilla Tape. Put this tape on, wrap it with some Gorilla Tape. Just make sure that there's no water leaking. And then the next thing you do is slide the fish in here. Just like so. Followed by our little bit of our bobber. And we'll just fill this bad boy up with some water. We'll do the same with this and move on. Now with the other ones, I'll put the weight in the actual tube. Because this is new to me, I'm just going to have the bobber right here. Still trying to kind of dial in everything that needs to be figured out with the shorefish. I'm going to make about another 10 of these without the bobber. We'll put some weights in there. What I am excited about is using these breakaway tackle weights. I don't know if you can see this. These things are built like a bullet. From the limited amount of surf fishing that I have done, it seems as if it's not slack tied. My bait always ends up running back to shore. And with these things, I don't know if you can see this, but they have wires that come out. So once you send this thing out there, it'll grip on sand, rock, whatever, and kind of stay placed right where it needs to until you give it a good yank. And it even has like a little bit of a bullet nose on it. So if you were to put this thing face down in your bullet, put your fish, whatever, around it, take this bullet out and you push it like that, you know, you get the idea. Next time you see me, we'll be on the beach. Long day. Get these wrapped up and going to bed. Made it to the beach last night, super late, no motivation. Got in at like 9:30. Just wanted to get the tent set up, which was a process in itself, eat some food and pass out. You can't tell, today is stellar. Minimal waves. The tide swings are almost non-existent. And it just looks like prime time to catch a fish. Let me get this thing set up. The first bullet I'm going to use today is that setup that my buddy gave me with the bobber, so it'll suspend that herring. Guy gave me a hot tip on something else that I'm going to put on. We'll see how it works. Essentially, it's a sponge you just soak in scent and put it right above where you tie off your bait. Fling it out there with your hook ends up being an attractant. It's like sending a chum bucket out there. Put scent all over the place. We'll shoot this thing off and hopefully here in a little bit we'll be reeling in something. I'll fasten the weight to the first thing. Now mind you, normally when I shoot these bullets off, everything's concealed into the actual ice bullet itself. This is going to be more like a gender reveal party. I got crap all over the place, so I don't know how far this is going to fly. I don't know if it's even going to work, but we'll just see what happens. Hooking on the bait bullet itself, I plan to just put this weight right on top. Probably be the best way to do that. Last but not least, the secret weapon. So we'll take this one that's saturated and see if I can't fit it in this paint roller. Man, that thing is juicy as can be. I'm gonna take one of these steel leaders and just run it through here. Attach this like so to this swivel. Some of you people watching this are probably like, my God, that's overkill. Well, all I do is catch Irish lords, so anything to help that not happen is awesome. Now that I have this confetti party set up, golly. Wash the hands off one more time and then get some pressure in this gun and shoot this thing into space. All right, there was too many pieces to the puzzle with that. As with everything that you think's a good idea, that seemed pretty sweet until it came to shove it into the bait launcher, and I knew immediately that I might be going to the hospital if I set this thing off. I just cast it out. It went a whole 8 feet, it looks like. My main goal here is just let the sponge kind of soak, release all that scent. And I'll just let it do that here for probably 30 minutes or whatnot. And then I'll actually get a bullet that is completely encased in ice, charge this thing up and shoot it out. For now, I'm just gonna sit, let that thing marinate, enjoy this amazing day, and crack open a nice bee hoppy from Zip. Once again, these guys went above and beyond and gave me pretty much everything under the sun with what they have. This one seems fitting because it's a dude fishing, just like this dude fishing. We'll see if any halibut want to come and beach themselves practically and take the bait. And yeah, I'll work on my suntan while this thing soaks. I got a couple things going on here that are going against my favor. One, the tide's going out. Two, these bait bullets have been sitting in this cooler for almost a day now, so they're thawing pretty quick. And three, my rod is not meant for surf casting. Yeah, you guys didn't come here to watch me cast my bait 6 feet offshore. You came here to see me send this thing. So let me get this half of a bullet shoved down here and fire it off into orbit. Guys, if you do end up making one of these or purchasing one, just always be super cautious because essentially you're playing with a pipe bomb. Always keep that in the back of your mind. She's loaded. Always make sure your bail's open. Point this bad boy at the desired angle you want to shoot and let her rip. Here's to 2022. Still didn't go far enough. Well guys, it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Tide's finally starting to come back in. I think low tide was around 2-ish. And slack tide was 45 minutes an hour or whatnot. Just took a rip down the beach and it is calm. Unfortunately, I have like one bait bullet left. They just don't hold up in that cooler. I think that I'm gonna have to do the old cast method. There's absolutely no current or waves, so I guess if worse comes to worse, I'll just drop my weight and cast out, see if I can't catch something on the incoming tide. There's a handful of people down here that are not catching anything either, so I guess that makes me feel a little bit better. It's not just me messing something up. I think the next step is say screw it, come down on a day like this and just bring the kayak. It's practically like sitting on a lake out there. I'm gonna take this in for a little bit, go get my stuff, send some bait back in the water and see if we can't get into something. Man, is it pretty. I don't need to be catching fish to appreciate the views that I have in front of me right now. It's pretty spectacular. Regroup. Hit it again. Got some food in me, I got some water in me. I'm back out here. I got one bullet left. One, maybe, I don't know. Probably half melted and ain't gonna work. High tide is set for 9:06, I believe. I just set up a rig and threw it out there. Let it sit while the tide comes in. Savor that last bait bullet. Got the four-wheeler. Drove myself away from that mess. Golly. Listen, I like fishing as much as the other person, but space yourself out a little bit. There's a lot of people fishing down there. Got good feelings about this place, except for the fact that there's a seal that's cruising around out there. He's probably not helping the fishing situation. As long as he doesn't grab my bait, I'm not too worried about him. We'll just let this bait marinate as the tide comes in. Hopefully something bites. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy this view, because holy smokes. I mean, that's a view. Guys, if you live in Alaska, don't take this for granted ever. There's people that pay thousands of dollars for once-in-a-lifetime trips up here. And this is just a Saturday. You know what I mean? Crazy. Broke the line. That's seems about right for how the day is going. Well, I officially ran out of bait bullets. That last one I shot off ripped off my line. The absolute last one I had melted to the point of not being able to get used. As you can see, the ocean's starting to turn up, get a little crazy. I'm gonna let my bait soak. I'm able to cast it out like 30 feet, if that. It's supposed to be slack tide right now, but the waves are pretty aggressive. Unless something bites in the next 20 minutes, I guess I'll just hit it hard in the morning. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see behind me, but I think it's time to admit defeat. The ocean is angry, just like my eyes and lungs. I spent a majority of last night stoking a fire and trying to keep myself warm instead of sleeping. It's still getting down in the mid-30s at night, and that's cold. The waves right now are out of control, and there's just I don't have enough weight to keep any bait down at the bottom. All those waves would be doing is just dragging my bait back into shore. You can't always be coming home with fish. It seems like more times than not I am empty-handed, which sucks, but this is part of the gig. I'm pretty much self-taught in everything outdoors. This is just one of those things that I gotta dial in. I'm kind of figuring out what not to do. Just because I'm not coming home with fish doesn't mean I'm not coming home with some awesome memories. That's the big thing. Just get out, go enjoy nature, go enjoy the outdoors. I mean, I couldn't be in a better place to fish. It's absolutely stunning out right now. I need to wrap this up, pack up everything. I appreciate you guys watching. Next time I'll try to get some fish, but hopefully you enjoy the video and just the scenery and everything that comes with being able to film in this awesome state. All right, guys, it's getting cold. So till next time, I'm gonna wrap this up and I'll see you on the next outing. All right, thanks for watching.